All right. Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode in my Empty Thought series. Um, you know, it's never there's a trend with this series. It's never these recordings or these videos, whatever you want to call them. They're never made when I'm in good spirits. So I guess, if you want to guess what this episode is about, but I'm back with another episode. I think this is episode 3 in this series. It's been some months since I did one of these, but I kind of wanted to come on here tonight and talk about a few things, get a few things off my chest. I know last time I did one of these, I talked about how I don't always do the best job of talking to people when I'm going through stuff. And I know I said that I would work on that, but honestly, I have not. So we're back because I'm at the point once again where I feel like I have a multitude of emotions and feelings built up that I don't have anybody to turn to. And so I do this. This is my outlet. Just, getting right into things because I don't want to really, delay time. Recently, I was promoted at work. And it was supposed to be a good thing, and it is a good thing, I want to preface this whole, for lack of a better way to say it, rant. I want to preface it by saying that I'm not ungrateful for any opportunity. These are just my feelings that I have to get out. I have to say something. So, I don't know if anybody will even listen to this, but if you do, whoever, I just want you to know that I am not ungrateful for this opportunity. But there's just a few things that I feel need to be said. And like I said, I feel like I don't really have anybody to turn to say it. So this is my outlet. But yeah, so recently I was promoted at work. I've talked about this before, but I work for an ambulance company. I work in dispatch. And recently I have been promoted to the captain position in dispatch. And basically what that role entails is, I'm a team lead. I'm a shift lead. I have my own shift. I'm in charge of, making sure that the system that we manage is managed properly. I have people who I guess you could say work under me. I really don't like saying things like that. I would like to think that we all work as a team, but just to give you a little context of the job description, I guess you could say that I do have people who work under me. But I'm the leader. I'm the leader in the room. I'm the captain. And so I have been in this position for a month or so, I would say, give or take. Honestly, I can't even think of a proper timeline right now because of everything, but I would say a month or so. I have been in this new position, this new leadership position, this new leadership role. And, I feel like a failure. Being promoted, like I said, it was supposed to be a good thing. It was like before everything happened, I felt like it was, if it was to happen, it would be a next step in my life. This is the next thing for me. This is the next step. This is what I do next. And now that I'm here, I feel like nothing but a failure. I have the biggest case of imposter syndrome. I feel like I don't deserve this. Have felt like maybe my boss made a mistake. Maybe she picked the wrong person for the job. Why do I feel that way? I don't know. I just feel like every time I go to work, no matter what I do, I just can't do anything right. Mistakes, they start to build up here, build up there, I haven't done anything crazy worth, being fired over or anything like that, but I just feel like I just keep fucking up. Whether it's telling somebody the wrong thing, not being confident in myself, the people on my shift, the crews, the actual people who work on the street who we talk to on the radio every night, I feel like they don't respect me. Not that I'm searching for that, not saying that I'm, automatically owed that just because I'm in this position now, but that is a whole nother conversation within itself. I'm not even gonna get into that because we will be here literally all night if I start talking about that, and I don't even want to get into that right now. But I just, like I said, I have the biggest case of imposter syndrome, and I don't really know what to do, on top of a bunch of other things. I've talked before about how I am constantly dealing with my mental health, and so trying to deal with that while also dealing with this new position, which is great and everything like that. But, with new position comes new responsibilities, comes new ways to figure things out. I, have to find a way to manage the system, manage the people in the room, manage the crew's, attitudes and emotions, manage the people who are actually in the room with me, manage their attitudes and emotions, while also trying to check my shit at the door. It's hard. It is fucking hard, and every day or every morning, because I work nights, every morning I leave work, I feel so drained. And it has not, I just have to be honest, it has not been an enjoyable experience so far, and, like I said, I don't want to seem ungrateful because I truly am. And I know, it doesn't seem like it with the way I'm talking about it, but I am grateful. It's just that it's so hard to find any type of, right now, it's hard to find any type of good in the situation, because I feel like every time I sit in that captain seat, I'm fucking up, and it's weighing on my mental health even more than, the problems that I already had prior to this. When I did the first episode of this Empty Thoughts series, I talked about a situation when I first started working at my job, about how when I was still on the street, I was dealing with this paramedic. And, I'm not going to tell the whole story again, but I was very unhappy. I was not happy to get up every day and go to work. I wasn't happy. I wasn't in a good place. And ever since I've been in this position with this promotion, it's starting to kind of feel like that. And that kind of worries me, because I failed at being an EMT on the street. Now, obviously, there's nuance to the situation, as I've already talked about before. And if you want to, listen to what I had to say about that, you can just go back and listen to episode 1 of Empty Thoughts. But, this is starting to feel like that. And it worries me because I don't want to fail at this. I want to be good with this. I so desperately want to be good at this. And right now I'm not. Like I said, the crews, they don't respect me. And I feel like that's such a, crazy situation within itself, because like I said, I don't feel like just because I'm, got promoted and now I'm the captain on this shift, and, where I don't really know many of them, they should just right out the gate, owe me respect. Respect is earned. I'm, completely aware of that. I'm not saying it's not, but the way some of these people talk to me, and because I'm in the position I'm in, I can't react the way I want to react. And so I bottle it up. I just eat it. I bottle it up. I don't say anything. I'm professional. I go on about my business. But when you don't, any situation, not even this situation, but just any situation, when you are constantly letting people tear you down, and you don't say anything, you don't defend yourself for any reason, whether you're scared. I'm not scared. That's not the reason. But whether you're scared or whether you're trying to, be cordial or be professional or, not rock the boat or anything like that, that eats away at you. That eats away at you. And it's eating away at me, And I'm just not in a good place right now. I'm not happy. I talked last episode about, basically all about mental health and how, and I hate to go this deep, but I mean, we're already in it. So, last episode I talked about how when you've been kind of suicidal in the past, or you've had feelings of or thoughts of, I don't want to be here anymore. For me, and like I said, I can only speak for Taylor. I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for me. For me, those feelings, those thoughts, they don't go away. They're always there. That thought is always in the back of my mind. It's always, at any inconvenience, at any drop of the hat, that thought, it re-enters, And some people might be like, you haven't been in the position long enough. You haven't been doing this long enough. Give it a chance. It might get better. It might. I'm not saying it won't. But, I just, like I said, I'm not in a good place right now. And it's not just because of the, position and everything. It's other stuff going on, in my personal life with my family. Other aspects of my life. I feel like I am a failure in all aspects of my life right now. I feel like I wasn't prepared for this. Sometimes like I said, sometimes I feel like telling my boss, I don't think he picked the right person for this, and all that on top of the stuff that I was already dealing with. It's a really hard time right now. I don't know. I just wanted to come on here and kind of get that out because, like I said, I don't really have anybody to talk to. I don't have anybody to tell that to. I feel like I don't have anybody who makes time for me, who checks up on me. And that is hard, I feel like I'm moving through this world by myself, And as you get older, you experience more things in life. You go through more things in life. Or at least I, want to share certain experiences with people, And I don't have that right now. I thought I had a support system, but I don't know that I do anymore. And I don't know. That's all I can really say. I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know what this means, It's just hard right now. It's hard to kind of sit in when you take a step back. Everybody's telling you, "Oh, congratulations! You're the most qualified. I knew you were gonna get the job. Or, and I've had this happen as well. The opposite. people who I thought I was cool with, I hear running their mouth to people saying I didn't deserve that. I've experienced both sides of that now in this, and it's just a lot. I feel like I can't win for losing, and I hate having that mentality. I worked so hard to not have that mentality. I worked so hard to try to be positive in all situations, try to see good in all situations, not be defeated. But it seems like no matter what I do, I always come back to how I feel now. I always come back to this feeling. I always come back to this feeling of just sorrow and loneliness. This feeling of I don't want to be here anymore. I hate that feeling. But it doesn't go away from me. I run from it. I bottle it up. I bury it in the back of my mind, but it's still there. It's been there for a long time, and I do not know how to manage those feelings. So I come here and I vent, to the 2 people that will listen to this, which is fine. I'm not, I don't make these to necessarily gain anybody's sympathy, I make these 2 just to vent. This is like a vocal diary, It is what it is. If you listen and you take something from it, cool. If not, cool. I go on about my day. I go on about my life, and then, but it just at this point, it feels like a repeating cycle, But anyways, I really don't have much else to say on the situation except that, I just wanted to vent and get my feelings out about how I'm feeling just at this current moment. I do have other feelings, like, I know I kind of touched on, about how I feel like with this new job position, how certain people, and it's definitely certain people, I feel like talk to me any kind of way, don't respect me, it's in, I don't want to throw, I'm obviously I'm not going to name any names, and I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but this new shift that I have moved to at work, I don't know many of them, but I knew a few of them. And one person in particular who actually trained me when I was, becoming an EMT, and obviously that didn't work out, but still, she's just been nothing but rude and disrespectful to me ever since I've been in this position. And I don't understand why. I try not to take things personally because, one thing I've learned working in dispatch is, it's not necessarily you, it's the system, or, paramedics and EMTs, they're tired, they don't want to run all night. And I get that, I don't want to put calls on you all night either. But just this particular person, like I said, just ever since I've been here, has been nothing but rude and disrespectful to me. And it just, honestly, it just kind of hurt my feelings because, like, at one point I thought more of her, and I don't know that I do anymore, Nobody on this new shift has reached out to me to try to build any type of rapport or anything. And they're not obligated to. Hell, I haven't reached out. So, can I really bitch and moan that, and be upset and feel some type of way that nobody has reached out to me when I haven't reached out to them? But, I still feel a way. I can't help how I feel. It is what it is. And, so that situation and a few other people that I knew, I just thought it would be different, I thought things would be different. I thought I was ready for this, but I don't know that I am anymore. But I mean, yeah. All I can really do or say is that, I will just try to go into things more with an open mind, and I don't know. I felt like for a moment I was making progress, but now I feel like I'm back to square one, and I don't know what's going to happen next with my mental health, with this job. I'm not sure. And I want to be positive. I want to tell you guys that I'm going to keep trying to better myself and to find someone to talk to and go to therapy and all this bullshit. And when the reality is, I'm probably not going to do that shit. I'm going to do what I always do: post this recording, suck it up, wipe my tears, and be back in the same spot a couple months from now with another Empty Thoughts episode. I mean, I don't want that, but that's probably what will happen, because unfortunately, that's just what I do. Anyways, I've rambled and gone off topic, taken up enough of your time. If you made it to the end of this, thank you for listening, because honestly, that's all I ever want, is just for somebody to fucking listen to me. But yeah, if you made it to the end of this episode, thank you for listening, and to my rambling and me being emotional. Maybe the next Empty Thoughts will be different. Who knows? But until then, you can subscribe, watch some of my old videos. If you're a Listen or Don't fan, me and Steven are coming out with another episode of that soon. I don't know an exact day or date, but hopefully soon, because we recorded one not too long ago. So hopefully we can be a little bit more consistent with that. But yeah, subscribe to this, and subscribe to the Listen or Don't podcast channel. And yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for listening. And if you're into the kind of thing, pray for me. Send good vibes my way. Whatever you do, whatever you're into, just wish me the best. Anyways, thanks. Talk to you next time.